Morning everybody, happy Monday. It is the bright, shiny start to a whole brand new week. Although it's not very bright outside today. It's really ridiculously humid here. It's a bit crazy. So welcome to Monday. It is the start of another week. I thought I would share with you today a little bit about what my husband and I were talking about today. So as you guys may be well aware, I'm back into the swing of roller derby and really just loving it. And one of the things that I've really committed to coming into next season, which typically starts in, I think, February or March of next year, is to make sure that I am as strong and as fit as possible. So think about business. You probably want to go into next year being as strong and as fit for business as you can possibly be next year, right? You want to be ready. You want to be able to do the endurance. You need to be able to get through the year. You've got to know where it is that you're going and what your goals are in order to be able to achieve them. So Dom and I were chatting this morning as we were walking along, and we were talking about going to the gym and this, that, and the other, and we've been waiting on one of the people at the gym to get back to him to talk about what I need and what I want and yada, yada, yada. What's really interesting is that as soon as, I guess what's different between Dom and I is that as soon as I'm like, yep, that's what I want and that's what I need, I'm particularly self-motivated to be able to go and do it. You know, I completely commit to whatever that goal is or whatever that desire is or whatever that thing is that I really want, and I can just do it. So this morning, I've been down on my mat. I've been doing all sorts of ridiculous, it would look hilarious if you were on the outside looking in, doing a whole range of different things. So I came across this program that I could buy online called Roller Derby Athletics. I'm just like, yes, this is amazing. A lot of it is about plyometric exercise and using your own body weight, so I don't even need to go to the gym. So I know for me that, you know, I can buy a program like that and actually do the work. Good morning, Catherine. Yet I know that there are some other things that I might buy and not be, you know, I might be a bit excited and motivated at the start, but then I'm just kind of like, you know what, yeah, the shine kind of wears off, and it can become challenging and hard to maintain that self-motivation versus having someone else holding you accountable, right? So this is where some of these online programs can really fall down, because you do need to be self-motivated. You do need to be completely committed. The big thing is with all of these things is that you have got to want it for you first. It's not about wanting to do this for somebody else, trying to prove to someone else that you've got what it takes, trying to prove to someone else that you can or that you should make the team, right? It's about you. So how this comes into play, I guess, like when we're in business, is like, I know that I can talk to any one of you, and I've spoken to lots of you actually, and I see your potential. Like, I can see where you can take this business. I love your personalities. I love your experience. I can really see whenever I talk to someone, brand new person to me or a current person to me, it doesn't matter. You know, I can get completely enthralled in the way that you can really take this business idea that you have and the way that you can leverage your unique set of experiences and knowledge and modalities and fire in your way within you in order for you to get to where it is that you want to be. And that's really exciting. But here's the thing, guys. You know, Catherine, you were the last person to comment, so I'm just going to pick on you for a second. So if Catherine and I were talking and she's telling me about all, like, where it is that she wants to be and how it is that she wants to get there and all of this stuff that she wants to create, and I start to, the way that my brain works is it's like, oh yeah, we can do that, we can do that, we can do that, we can do that, we can do this, and I can start to pull in all of these different pieces, and I can see how you can then apply my skill set, my knowledge into what it is that you're doing in order for you to get there. But if you don't want that, good morning, Helena, but if you don't want that as much as I want it for you, then it's never going to work, ever. Never, ever, ever. It doesn't matter how much accountability I give you. It doesn't matter how much I kick your ass, and I'm really good at that. It doesn't matter how much I entice, cajole, put the little carrot over your nose. It makes no difference, because if you don't want it more than or as much as I want it for you, nothing is actually going to work. It's just the law of things. Or you might have like a bit of short-term success, but it's not long-term sustainable. Because the person that might be like me in your world, whether it's me or whether it's someone else like me, they can't afford to constantly be giving you all of their energy, all of their motivation, because what happens is you become a little bit addicted to it, right? And then if something happens and they need to take a step back, or you don't have access to that person in that moment, then you can kind of go to, yeah, and that's really unhelpful. So as we're rolling into another month, it's the second to last month of the year. I think we now have 8 weeks left between now and the end of the year to really set up for next year. I want you to take some time to actually sit down and work out what the heck it is that you even want. What do you really, really want? And what are you willing to do? And the third question is, what are you unwilling to do? Good morning, Joan. So Joan and I actually had a conversation, interestingly, funny timing that, Joan. We had a conversation about a month ago where we were discussing how much time and energy it takes to start to build an online profile, to start to build online presence. And you've got to have some really strong boundaries. If you decide that this is the way of the world and you're going to agree to embark in and on it, which, if you're going to be in business, you probably should in this day and age, but you've got to be really clear about what you're willing to do and what you're unwilling to do. So I'm unwilling to work past 6 o'clock. I'm unwilling to work weekends unless there is a really specific exception, like this weekend I'm running an event on Friday and Saturday. So if it's not, you've really got to be really clear about what it is that you're willing to do and what it is that you're not willing to do. So really set some boundaries in place. Most of all though, I want you to be really clear on how it is that you want to do what it is that you want to do, and who you're going to get around you in order to help you. Now, I'm all for cheer squads. I'm all for having coaches and mentors. And, I've always got at least one coach or mentor in my team. Good morning, Joe. I've got Joe on the other end of Facebook messages all the time. Hey, Gail. Nice to see you. Really great to see you. Thanks for joining. So you might have people around you who want it as much as you, but your desire, your wanting to achieve this has got to outweigh or surpass the person who is on your cheer squad. Otherwise, it can feel like this weird kind of like pulling you along instead of working with you and supporting you, right? So if you think about a really great roller derby drill that we did yesterday, actually, was where we had one person in front, one person behind, and the person in front had to be nice and low, and the person behind was sort of like shopping trolleying them, like pushing them along. So the person behind had to exude a lot of pressure, right, in order to keep that person in front moving. The person in front, if you imagine that's you, and the person behind is like having to put out all of this pressure, all of this energy. Likewise, you can be pushing, and the other thing that the other person could be doing is pulling you along. So the next thing that I had them do was the person in front had to drag someone behind, almost like a dead weight, drag someone behind, morning Melissa, in order to get them around the track and to do what they needed to do. Again, the person at the front has to expend a lot of energy. So the way that you can be, really strong, the way that you can make sure that you're kind of good is to have someone beside you, supporting you, versus trying to push you or pull you along, all right? Because if you get a little bit pissed off, or if you don't hit those goals, or if you don't achieve those things that person can see for you, that can lead to resentment. right? It can lead to people slipping into a blame mode where they're like, well, you know what, I didn't even want that thing anyway. And you just show that, you know, bright, shiny thing and, you know, but I don't even want that. I didn't even want that. So it can be a lot easier for you or the person that you're supporting to kind of turn on you versus allowing them to really hold their space. We've got to let them hold their space. We've got to let them be really clear and firm, guide you, support you. You know, I've got your back, I'm right here, but not having them, you know, trying to convince you of the direction that you need to go. I trust that makes sense. Gosh, we've had all of the roller skating, roller derby metaphors this morning. Good morning, Tamara. Nice to see you. Melissa, great to see you. So there are some things that I want you to think about this week. As we roll in and as you set up your plans for the week, what is it that you want? Do you want it more than anybody else in your world? And if you don't, then maybe it's time to have a rethink about what you're doing. Sorry about that. We've got to be able to build endurance, right? We've got to be able to build strength because next year is going to be a freaking huge year. It is going to be a freaking amazing year if you let it be. But we've got to make sure that you're getting into it with the right intention, with the right energy, and with the right people around you. All right? Excellent. Good morning, Kelly. Thanks, Joan. It is. Yeah. You know, particularly if you're gifted, if you're a mentor, a coach, or a consultant, or a healer, or a counselor, or anyone in that type of, you know, motivational, transformational space, I know that you guys can really see people's potential, right? But they're the ones that need to get down on the mat and do the freaking work, yeah? They're the ones that need to, like, I've got my, over on my computer up here, I've got my roller derby workouts all sitting there ready to go so I know what it is that I need to do on a daily basis, and I'll just get out there and do it because I want it more than the anonymous person sitting on the back of the computer there wants it for me. Yeah? Great. Any questions about any of this, let me know. My name is Nicola. If we haven't met before, thanks for coming and hanging out. We go live tomorrow at 11. It is a public holiday here in the land of Victoria. We're not going to get down into the political track of Melbourne Cup. I'm not interested in having that conversation in here. We're just going to revel in the fact that we have a public holiday. We've got the kids home. So the only work I'm doing tomorrow is chatting to you guys at 11 for Visible Live. Live and on, oh, sorry about that. Here we go. That was a bit awkward. Tomorrow we are talking about, are we episode number 2? That's a little bit awkward, isn't it? I reckon we're getting into episode number 3, which I'm pretty sure we're talking about how to create your own network. So for those of you who are familiar with Oprah Winfrey, the name of her, I think it's her channel, her syndicated channel is OWN, OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network. So I want to talk to you about how you can create your own network around you. I do talk about it in Visible. If you haven't ordered a copy yet, let me know and I can get one to you. It's really amazing. I've been told it's really amazing. I think it's really good. I'm really proud of that book. So that's good. Otherwise we'd be in a spot of bother, really, wouldn't we? That's awkward. Okay. Wednesday morning and Thursday morning and Friday morning we go, actually maybe not Friday, Wednesday, Thursday we'll go live at 9. Friday I'm going to be with clients up here, so running an event. So we will see how Friday goes, but you guys are going to celebrate whether I'm here motivating you or whether I'm not, right? Yes, Nicola. Awesome. Have a great day, everybody. Have a really beautiful week. Can't wait to hear what you're going to get up to. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, go kick some ass, get out there, help some people, and get visible. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.